Welcome back everyone. Now we're going to talk about a very interesting concept in Python called variables. What are variables? Okay, let's take an example. Let's write the heading variables. So basically you can imagine variables as some storage container. Okay, let's say you have a data and you have a hard drive. So you are storing this data in the hard drive. Okay, similarly, whenever you want to store some data in some structure, in some variable, okay, you can actually make use of variables. Okay, whenever you have to store some data, you can make use of variables. Okay, variables are like some container just storing that particular value. Okay, let's take some examples. Okay, so suppose I write a equals to 3. What does this mean? This means put this value 3 into a. Or from now on, whenever I try to print a, it will actually print the value stored by a. Okay, unless and until it is not updated. We'll talk about that. If I print a, it will print 3. Okay, but interestingly, if I try to print b, let's try this. If I run this, it will print name error stating that b is not defined. Why? Because there is no variable so far of the name b. Understood? So what we can do is we can actually first store something. Let's say print, let's say b equals to 4, and let's print b. This way, what happens is it will print whatever value is being stored by b, which is 4. Okay, so AJ, how are these useful? Okay, why do we use variables for? Actually, you can use variables whenever you have to perform any mathematical operation or whenever you want to use them later on into the code. Okay, for example, as you can see, a has already been defined and storing the value 3. b has already been defined and storing the value 4. Now, if I print a plus b, interestingly, it will actually print 7. What is 7? 3 plus 4, 7. Okay, so this is what is happening. A is actually having the value 3, b is having the value 4, and now you are performing 3 plus 4, which is 7. Okay. Similarly, you can do this with text. Okay, you can do exactly the same thing with text. Okay. For example, if I say, let's take a variable x, let's say hello, or let's say Aditya, and y equals to Jain, and if I now say print x comma y, okay, you know x comma y. If you want to print multiple values, you'll just say comma separated those variables, and here it will automatically take x as Aditya and y as Jain, and it will print Aditya space Jain onto the screen. Okay. If you try to print x, it will print Aditya. If you try to print y, it will print the value stored in variable y, which is Jain. Okay. So this is how you can create a variable and you can store a value in a particular variable. And remember, if you try to use a variable which you have not defined, you will get an error. Okay. In next session, we'll talk about how you can actually name these variables, because there are certain rules that we have to follow whenever we are naming such variables. Okay. So see you in the next session.